Good afternoon, everybody. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to do a chicken leek pie from scratch, including pastry. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the pastry. So I'm taking here is 400 grams of flour. All-purpose flour is fine. To that, I'm going to add 8 grams of salt. Just a rough 8 grams. Give that a sort of mix in, make sure it's mixed throughout the flour. And next I'm going to add 90 grams of butter, 100 grams of lard. It's been left to soften at room temperature. I've cubed it so I can distribute it evenly throughout the flour. And then to that also 160 ml of hot water. What we're going to do is get in there and get this mix nice. Also, you don't want to burn yourself in the water. It does cool down instantly as soon as it's added to the flour. So what I'm going to do now is mix the water, butter and lard together to make the pastry. It's sticky work. Make sure it's nicely mixed in, you don't want any lumps of lard, lumps of butter left. Mix throughout the flour evenly. And when it's this stage, what I generally do, put a bit of flour on the work surface. Get the pastry out on the work surface. Start getting some kneading. Still actually need to be, you don't actually need to knead this. What I'm doing is just making sure that everything's mixed evenly. And get those last bits of dry flour, getting those mixed in there. That's looking good. So what I'm going to do now is wrap that in tin foil, or cling film, stick it in the fridge for half an hour just to cool off. You can't work with it. Well, it's like this, it's very difficult to work with it. So I'm going to put that in the fridge for half an hour, and I shall bring you back in a minute when I start the filling. So I'm moving on now to the filling. Teddy's gracious with his presence. He's going to be acting as a hoover today for anything I might drop. So what I've got here is one whole chicken, roasted, diced up. One large leek. You can add onion also, but I haven't because that was quite a big leek. And 1 pack of mushrooms. None of this is weighed. I've also got gravy granules for chicken. $200ml chicken stock, pre-made. And the pan on the go just heating up. Right, so the first thing I want to do is the leek straight in the pan into hot oil. Just a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil. Mushrooms straight in. What we're going to do now is soften up this leek, get these mushrooms browned off. Okay, so that's cooked off nicely now. Mushroom's browning off. Next thing we're going to do is throw the chicken. The chicken's pre-cooked. So not to cook the chicken, this is just to mix all the ingredients together to make the filling. Get that mixed nicely now with the meat and the mushrooms. Now in goes the chicken stock, 200ml chicken stock. Just bring that to the boil. And then what we're going to be doing, when that comes to the boil, we're going to be adding about 2 spoonfuls of chicken gravy granules. This is going to thicken it up. You can add corn flour to thicken it also, but I think the chicken gravy granules just adds a bit more flavour. 2 spoonfuls of that. Get that mixed nicely. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the heat down on this, let this simmer for about 5 minutes, then turn the heat off completely, leave it to cool, and then we'll move on to putting the pies together. Right, moving on to the pastry now, putting the pies together. This recipe is going to make 3 medium-sized pies. Or 2 large pies or 6 small pies. So what I've done, I've taken the pastry, divided it into 3 equal parts. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cut it to one slightly bigger portion and a slightly smaller portion. This is going to make the base, this will make the lid. So what I'm going to do, a bit of flour on the work surface. Get the rolling pin out and just start rolling this out. Every now and then you want to sprinkle a bit more flour on the work surface, otherwise you're going to get sticking. It's a very sticky pastry. Well, that's about the right size. What I'm going to do, take your pie tin, lay the pastry down in there. Make sure you push it right down to the corners. Obviously trying not to break your pastry at the same time. And what I do is take a knife and just trim off the excess. This won't be wasted. There's one done. That I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the other two, and I'll bring you back when I've done that. Okay, so that's the pie casings all put together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add the filling. Distribute that filling out evenly between the three pies. Make sure you get into all the corners. Once your pies are full, what I tend to do is I will roll the lids of the pies out oversized. Got some egg wash here that I made. Just one egg beaten with a bit of milk. Just get your brush in there. Get that brush around the edges. So that's a bit of glue, stick the lid on. Get the egg wash brushed on. On with the lid. What I'm going to do now is trim around the edge with a knife. What then do is just go around the edges, just give that a little pinch together. What I tend to do is take a little bit of extra pastry that you've cut off. Cut it into some nice little shapes like that. See that on there. Poke the hole in the top. And then egg wash on top of the pie. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, put the lids on the other two pies, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so that's the three pies done. They're ready to go in the oven. So what I've done is I've preheated the oven, 160 degrees. I'm just going to pop the pies in there now for 40 minutes. 40 minutes, 160 degrees. Sorry, 180 degrees. So I'll bring you back when they're ready, and we'll cut one open and have a look. And here we have the finished product. Two of the pies there. There's the third pie. lovely chicken leek pie. If you like that video, please like and subscribe. I have more cooking videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.